tell us about I believe in biodynamics is a lot of the moon cycles and the horn.
I just told you three differences. This is the first one, the holistic view of the farm, closed system of production, and for me that's the main thing. That's the real that will impact the quality. That's where you can make big changes and will affect the character of your wine. Also in biodynamics we have the pepper and salt thing. That is the other thing that are also important. To make the compost more alive, we use some herbs. And we use herbs that has been passed in the rest of animals to enhance the vitality of the animal back to the compost. For Steiner, the vegetal kingdom and the animal kingdom work in symbiosis. At the level of gas, they produce oxygen, we use it, and we produce carbonic that they use to produce their biomass, photosynthesis, and all that. Also, at the level of we eat the fruits, and our manure is used by the plants, also they need us. And also we think at the level of energy, the plants grow better when they have animals. Not just because of the manure, also because of the energy of the animal.
So this is a very important concept.
That's the esoteric part.
We work our way very linear. We work in order to create profit. So we want to make more than what is there. The holistic way, or the Steiner way of farming, is basically the animal world, the plant world, and the human world. They basically zero each other out. In the end, it's zero, and it starts all over again. There is no profit. It's just one consumes the other and gives the vitality to the next. But in the end, it is a zero process. It just keeps the cycle alive.
What happened now? We separate the farms. We have a farms for animals and we have farms for plants. And they are not together anymore. So the plants are weaker and they have less vitality. And the animals are weaker. That's why, by example, in the past, when a native Indian from here married, and also in your country, they gave you a sack of seeds that may be raised for 100 years, and you put it in the soil and they will germinate. Nowadays, if you buy a sack of alfalfa and you plant it in 3 years or next year, no, zero vitality, 0% of germination. They don't have the capacity to be alive. Oh, that's worse, because they don't have the genes, they don't have the capacity to generate, because it's not the business. The business is gone. We are against those things, and also they don't enhance vitality. Yeah, let me know later. So that's why, to keep the vitality, that now it's not the animals in the farms, we use the rest of animals to enhance these herbs that works like homeopathic in the compost. The compost is a big digestion, so we put the same herbs, chamomile, valerian, stinging nettle, things that we can use it for digestion, human digestion. Also we can use it for compost digestion and enhance the vitality of the compost. The compost is more alive, has a better temperature curve, has more microorganisms, but we put it in homeopathic doses. So science cannot explain why this compost changed, but it has seen the change, that they can measure more microorganism diversity. They have measured more nutrients. The same compost with ears are without ears. That's scientific proof, but they cannot explain why.
And those are called preps.
Where's your compost field?
Compost fields, we have it at the end, but I didn't have the compost now because we put it inside the new plantings.
It takes
so we do it
about a year.
Normally we do it once to once from autumn to autumn. But
and you turn it by running a tractor over it?
Depends the amount of oxygen that you put. If you put oxygen each week, you can do it in 2 months. If you put not too much oxygen, biodynamic compost, we try to do it longer. 1 year to the another year. Because we put these spreads inside, and they have to work in time. That's the idea. Yeah? And the third idea, and please prepare the tasting so we can continue talking, but we have to go. If not, the third difference is the cosmic difference. For us also, it's matter not just the sun, that science has explained very well the effect, of the photosynthesis, photoperiod, temperature, UV, humidity, lumens. But also we think that there are other energy that come from the cosmos that we don't care anymore. And in the past, they used to care. Almost the more important is the moon movement. The moon movement like a mirror of the sun. They do the same movement of the sun, but much more quicker. What the sun takes, for example, 6 months to go from one solstice to the other solstice, the moon does it in 14 days, 13.8 days. That's and that affects the tides. You know, we have the full tide because they move to one south.
The moon is a lot smaller, but a lot closer than the sun. So in terms of physical explanation, the moon is easy still to capture. You can see the tides. We see that the barrel overflows with growing moon, you know, and then something happens to liquid. And we know that the farmers of the past, even if they haven't been trained by university, that they accepted the fact that, you know, doing things with the moon cycle was right. And we kind of like remember this, you know? We don't know why, but we kind of remember this. So that is accepted knowledge. But Steiner went further and said not only the moon, but the planets and the stars have an influence. So gravity matter that is much further away from the Earth that we see just as tiny little dots on the night sky that we therefore discount as having an influence on this place of living, but we see that they may have.
So that's the third part, and we can see that how this cosmic influence affect life processes. You can see it in we, like human beings, the reproduction system, the ovulation of the human beings is up 28 days, the moon cycle. And that's
saying that lunar gravity effects are on a molecule scale, dealing with the wine itself and